We've got Alain English, then we've got Raymond. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one and only Alain English. Yay!
I'm going to keep this one tight so you can all go to the bar. So a nice short set. This is new material. This piece is called Atonement. The way we live, the way we work, the way we touch, the way we feel, the way we fight, the way we kill, the way we see, the way we die, means that we all have something to atone for. Our bodies bulked out with salted sugared feces, swimming in our alcoholic highs, leaves us with something to atone for. Burrowed away in cushioned square rooms, shut away from the fear that billows round the outside walls, becoming the waste that we consume, eating ourselves into oblivion. Every mouthful is something to atone for. Our dwelling places, from the crummy to the opulent, festooned with the plastic junk made from the fossils stolen from the keepers of our ancient lands, taking more from this earth than it can give to us. Wealth confers a status that purges us from guilt and consequences. We spend ourselves into the mouth of debt, enslaved by fantasies of material bliss, with their sweeping estates and gold-laden castles. Our money masters are ourselves writ large, and all of us have got something to atone for. Trying to outswagger each other in fancy labels, racing one another in electric marathons to outsparkle and outsmudge each other, disparaging those who have fallen behind, those who cannot compete in the race, the discombobulated, the deformed and the unglamorous, derided and expelled by our feathered egos. This disdainfulness is something to atone for. Pounding our opinions into each other with little reverence for fact, bombast without substance, noise without sound. What we say never matches what we do. Our male feminists are needy predators. Our white allies are closet racists. Our lawmakers are lawbreakers. This hypocrisy is something to atone for. Preying on each other, pushing, jostling and manoeuvring for our own advancement and amusement, selecting the easiest, the juiciest, the most vulnerable targets, scheming and sniping our way through our lives. This malevolence is something to atone for. Forcing our way into spaces and status with our fists and feet, our blades and our bullets and our bombs. Our bodies are our institutions for practicing this violence, rendering self and community upended and exploded. This carnage is something to atone for. Sensual pleasure, the promised reward for displays of destructive strength. Bodies become moulded into plastic trophies to be fawned over, penetrated and then discarded. True connection cast aside on the snap whim of desire. We're a sexualized culture that knows nothing about sex. This disconnection is something to atone for. Even our children are not immune from the rapacious carnality that touches us all. When sexuality is expressed in dangerous and unnatural ways, desires suppressed and yet pervasive, undiscussed and unrampant when adults inflict their bodies on the young, stealing their childhood by soiling their minds. This depravity is something to atone for. Those frustrated wanderers in the land of might have been, yearning for the unfelt experiences of their unlived lives, for the past they never had, for the future they will never know, looking on in bitter fury at those who are born with less, yet accomplished more. This impotence is something to atone for. On our knees before our false betters, pleading with them for a smidgen of their greatness, nuzzling into their tainted charisma like a band of smitten jesters. This cravenness is something to atone for. Walled off inside our homes, our heads in our screens, mesmerized by multivarious distractions, dreaming ourselves to death. The news of the world is a virus that keeps us all in bed. This indolence is something to atone for. Afraid to step outside ourselves. Our memories are comfort zones. Injustice goes unrecognized to those of us inured to the cruelties of existence. Cynicism pollutes the air we inhale, and our apathy is something to atone for. Our depravity, our rapaciousness, our ignorance, our disdainfulness. We are this is us, and all of us have got something to atone for.
Well, that was Alain English.